Welcome back to the English class. In the previous class, we had seen that the rat trap seller had consented to go with the lady Edla Wilmanson, the daughter of the ironmaster. He realizes that he is trapped in the worldly rat trap as he had stolen the money from the crofter. On the Christmas Eve, the ironmaster and his daughter discuss about the rat trap seller. His daughter feels that this man, that is the rat trap seller, does not show any trace of an educated person. Yes, we discussed about it. We talked about the qualities of an educated person. I hope you remember. Okay, could you just trace out some elements of an educated person? Yes, the way he talks, the way he carries himself, the way he interacts with people, all these do count in a person to be educated. Yes, the rat trap seller is cleaned and groomed and presented before the ironmaster. And that is when the ironmaster realizes his mistake. And what is that mistake? That he had mistaken the rat trap seller for his friend. And what was the name that he called him as? He recognized him as Neil Zoloff. Okay, or the captain. Yes, can you just name? Captain Von Stale. Yes, that is the name. Okay, we'll continue from there. That is, today we are going to start with chapter 39 from where we had stopped, and we'll continue till chapter 40, paragraph number 5. Okay. Okay, let's start. What does this mean? He thundered. The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate. He saw at once that the splendor had come to an end. So, the ironmaster shouts at the top of his voice. He thundered. He shouted at the top of his voice and said, What did he ask? What does this mean? What does this mean? What? What does this stand for? This means this mistake. Okay, he feels that he has been deceived. That's what the ironmaster feels. Okay, so that's why he thunders. He shouts at the top of his voice that why did you deceive me? Okay, what does this mean? The stranger made no attempt to dissimulate. Dissimulate means to disagree or to argue. So the rat trap seller did not argue about it. That no, it was not means I am Neil Zoloff, or he did not try to change the idea at all. He saw at once the splendor had come to an end. Splendor, which splendor is he talking about? Yes, the splendor after reaching the manor house. That is, valets going around in front of him, behind him, and then cleaning him up, grooming him, new clothes given, better food given. So all these splendor had come to an end. The good time had come to an end for him. How? Because he was caught. It's not my fault, sir, he said. I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge. But no harm has been done. At worst, I can put on my rags again and go away. So, the rat trap seller says, it's not my fault. How can you blame me for this particular situation? Because I had been pleading you and continuously telling you that I won't be coming to your manor house. I said no and no and no again and again. I begged before you. But it was you who tried to convince me. It was you who sent your daughter and asked her to convince me, and then now I'm here. Okay, now as things, you have got through the things. Now the ultimate thing is, what I can do is, as nothing wrong has happened as yet, I'll just put on my rags, my clothes, and then just leave from this place. Well, said the ironmaster, hesitating a little. It was not quite honest either. Yes. When you say, what do you say? Is it the was the rat trap seller a person who made this ironmaster mistake himself for Neil Zulov? No. But then it was not honest either. Why does the ironmaster say that? Because he could have told the ironmaster that, no, I'm not your friend, I'm not your regimental comrade, so please don't take me to your house. He could have said, but he did not. He did not go against that. Why? Do you remember why he never contradicted to what the ironmaster said? Yes, the reason was that he thought that the ironmaster might give him few kroners, so he could earn a little money. That was the ultimate goal that the rat trap seller had. So he was not honest either. Yes, he did not say that he was Captain Won's tail. Yes, he did not say that, but he did not contradict to what the ironmaster had mistaken. He did not say that he is not Captain Won's tail. He did not say that either. You must admit that. And I should not be surprised if the sheriff would like to have something to say in this matter. So the ironmaster threatens the rat trap seller that he would call the police. Sheriff means the police. So I'll call the police official, and I would love to see what the police official would like to say about this particular situation in which we are. Now the rat trap seller is totally caught. He knows that if police comes in, he would be behind the bars. So the tramp took a step forward, struck the table with his fist. What do you mean by fist? In Hindi you call it muthi. Okay. So with the fist he struck the table. Okay. The table. And what does that show? As if to say something in an affirmative, to stress something and say. That is what you do when you strike the table with your fist. As if you are trying to impose your idea on someone, or as if you are trying to stress on any particular point. Now, I'm going to tell you, Mr. Ironmaster, how things are, he said. So he says, now I'm going to tell you how things are. Okay, how the whole world is. Now he comes out with his same idea. Which one? The whole world a rat trap. That ideology he again applies here. He talks about it, or he shares his idea with the ironmaster. This whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. So he says, this whole world is nothing but a huge rat trap. All the things, all the good things that are offered to you are nothing but cheese rinds and bits of pork. What is pork? Yeah, it's pig's meat. Pork is pig's meat. So, all the good things that are offered to you are nothing but cheese rinds and bits of pork, set out to drag a poor fellow into trouble. And if the sheriff comes now and locks me up for this, then you, ironmaster, must remember that a day may come when you yourself may want to get a big piece of pork, and then you will be caught in the trap. So he's saying, okay, the whole world is a rat trap, and all the pleasures, all the wealth, all the comforts in this world are like the cheese rinds and bits of pork. That is, all these resemble the bait set for human beings. And when a particular human being touches it, he is dragged into this worldly rat trap. And then he says, suppose, as if we curse someone, okay? This is how he's trying to curse the ironmaster. He says, suppose the police official comes in and puts me behind the bars. Then, ironmaster, remember, the next person to be trapped in this worldly rat trap would be you. One day, you yourself would be there with means would be attracted by a big piece of pork, and then you will be caught in this worldly rat trap, as if he is trying to what? He's trying to curse this ironmaster. The ironmaster began to laugh. So ironmaster laughs with two concepts in his mind. One, a rat trap seller is trying to curse him. Yes, of course. The second thing is an illiterate person. Okay. A person who has never been to school in his life talks about such a deep philosophical idea. Yes, such an idea can occur only to a person who is really literate, who knows more about life better. Maybe this rat trap seller has hands-on experience about life. He knows better about life because he has been to places, he has met many people around. Maybe that is the reason. Okay. So this is the reason why he laughs. That was not so badly said, my good fellow. Perhaps we should let the sheriff alone on Christmas Eve. But now, get out of here as fast as you can. So, the ironmaster laughs. He realizes that this fellow has something in his head. So, he laughs and he says, okay, whatever you said is right. So, now we'll not call the sheriff. We'll not inform the police. Let them enjoy the Christmas Eve. So, now the ultimate thing that you can do is leave this place right now. Okay, so the rat trap seller was almost ready to do it. But just as the man was opening the door, the daughter said, I think he ought to stay with us today. I don't want him to go. And with that, she went and closed the door. So the daughter, remember, it was the daughter who brought him back to the house. Okay, so the daughter says, and remember the promises made to him by the daughter, Edla Wilmanson, that you will be free to live in a house and free to leave the house whenever you please. And the ultimate thing that you should do is come with me and enjoy the Christmas with us and have some food. Okay, so she says that she feels that this man should stay in their house for that day. And she says, I don't want him to leave the place. And she goes and closes the door that was opened by the rat trap seller. What in the world are you doing? Said the father. The father is totally shaken by this attitude of his daughter. Remember, now here we see two sides of that daughter. In the beginning, when the father was really trying to convince his daughter that he is an educated person, this rat trap seller is an educated person, he is his friend, everything, but somewhere Edla felt that this man is not really what he's trying to show. Okay, he has those tramp manners. He doesn't show that he has ever been to schools or colleges. He doesn't show anything that could tell that he was once a captain. Okay, and the fear in his eyes told her that he had either stolen something or he had escaped from a jail. So, but there she was trying to defend her, trying to bring out the reality in this rat trap seller. But here, in spite of knowing that this rat trap seller is not what her father thought he was, still she tries to go against her father and argue in favor of the rat trap seller. Why do you think she argues in favor of the rat trap seller? Yes, can anyone just think about it? Okay, I want you to go through the lesson, think about it. Tomorrow when we return, we'll discuss about it once again. Okay, thank you, children.